Happy New Year to those who celebrate. Today is January 1st, 2026. Can't believe we're here. And this episode marks the beginning of something very new that I'm doing. So, this is the first official video of my Chaos to Cash series, where I'm taking my ideas, my learning, my creative chaos, my failures, and I'm turning it into actual revenue, one small intentional step at a time. Hello, my beautiful entrepreneurs. My name is Tabitha Bear, and this is A Hot Mess Builds an Empire, the Chaos to Cash series. So, I let you know at the beginning of every episode that I have absolutely no idea what it is that I'm doing, but I'm doing it with the energy of someone who is tripped and is making a career out of the fall. So, what is the Chaos to Cash series? I'm so glad you asked. And if you didn't, I'm going to tell you anyway. So, I'm going to be doing a sprint for January. Every day, there's going to be a video coming out that challenges both myself and you. And we're going to be taking half formed ideas, confusion, failure, chaos, and we're going to be molding that into something, into a system, a product, a piece of clarity, actual cash. And this isn't about overnight success, okay? This is about organic momentum and doing something with everything that we've taken from 2025 and putting it into actionable, workable steps for 2026 to see our businesses come into money. Money. Everybody loves money. Yes. Yes. And speaking of money, I have a goal to hit $1,700 for the month of January. And I've broken down my $20,000 goal for the whole year of 2026 down into monthly increments. So some months are 1650, some months are 1700, just kind of how it comes out in the wash. But it it's kind of already making that goal of $20,000 less overwhelming and much easier to adapt to and adjust for every single month by having like these little goals. And I think that having these digestible goals is going to make my consistency more possible. And we want consistency and we want possibility, right? So I need to make it obtainable for myself, even though this will be a challenge, because I'm going to be honest with you. First of all, I've never set a financial goal for myself for my business. And this is the first year that I'm doing that. Secondly, this would be a huge milestone to hit $20,000 this year because I've never hit that much money in one year before. So even though I've made decent side hustle money in the past from doing like photography and travel content and stuff like that, this would be the first year that I would make that much money in one year. So this is a big deal to be doing this. And I have to let you know that for 2026 things feel a little bit different for me, and I'm carrying a lot forward from 2025. I learned so much about myself and my business. I learned about what drains me, what excites me, what works well, what patterns that I have spotted. And it's because I took, as I've said in previous episodes, I took my jar of marbles and I just let them go wherever it is that they wanted to go. And I chased every single marble as best as possible. And because I did this, I let myself just kind of like experiment without pressure. I see what did well and what I love to do, right? Of what did well. And for the first time I feel really confident going into my business in a new year, and that's something that's new for me. I've never gone into anything with confidence before, and it's really weird to sit on this side of the fence because I'm just kind of like, yeah, like I know that I can do this and this is going to be amazing and this is going to be awesome, and I have these things that I'm going to be doing, and I've never gone into a plan believing that I can execute it. And that's something that's really disappointing. But at the same time, like I got there. I grew up, I got there. Here's my growth. I'm confident in myself. And I think that's really important because now I believe that there are things that are possible for me to do, such as make $20,000 this year. So you're probably maybe wondering what it is that I'm going to be doing to try and make $1,700 this month or $20,000 this year. So what's coming up kind of in the more immediate future is that first of all, I have a live event happening in February. I will have access to that live event here shortly, but it's not quite ready yet. I'm still kind of tweaking a couple of things that are included, but there will be signups for this live event for February coming up soon. So just keep your ears to the ground or whatever it is that they say, and it it will be coming out shortly. I'm also going to be releasing a very, very helpful book for day one entrepreneurs. And I will continue to write on World Her Story Substack. Those are sort of the immediate things that I'm doing that I know will see cash flow. Um, they're not random to me, even though they kind of seem random because the live event is more of like a storytelling myth event. But these are kind of intentional building blocks for my business for the rest of the year. I keep hitting this thing. Um, so for the rest of the year, I am planning on hosting at least one retreat. I'm really excited about this because I think it's going to be in Asia. I think I'm going to do Hoi An, Vietnam, or Phuket, Thailand. But the thing is that I'm going to keep the doors open for both locations. And if enough people sign up, maybe I'll just do both retreats. But that is something that I really want to do is host storytelling retreats. And I think it would be really great to see that happen and to help people with their storytelling, to challenge myself to become a better storyteller because I feel like you learn a lot from sitting in a room full of writers, especially in a more intimate setting. Like you allow yourself to open up and learn things and see how people write differently. And I just think it would be like a really amazing thing to be able to host something like that. So if that's something that you're interested in, uh, I will be releasing information shortly for that as well. I also have a goal to expand community and connection with the entrepreneur community here. I think it would be really cool to host like some type of connection event later in the year just to see where everybody's at with their 2026 goals and just kind of help each other out and give each other some advice and hey, like this isn't working for me. Does anybody have a different system that I could be using or whatever? Like I just think it would be really great if we got together and had just maybe like a small little mastermind or something to just like answer FAQs and just help each other out. And I think sometimes we forget that like entrepreneurs are all part of a community and there's no competition there. So maybe that's something that I'll host a little later in the year as well, which I think would be a lot of fun. I also just have a little side quest goal this year, and that is to hit 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube with this brand new channel that I started in December. I'd love to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2026. I'm trying to be very realistic about this because YouTube is very new to me. So I'm sure that there's so much that I am not doing correctly with like SEO and description. And my thumbnails are probably horrible and my banner's probably awful. But there's things that I'm going to learn throughout the year to make my channel better. And I'm really excited for that. But I am hoping to unlock monetization with YouTube by the end of the year. If it happens sooner, that would be amazing. But by December 31st, 2026 is where we're at. And I will keep you guys posted. Now, as you know, for those of you who plan on monetizing with YouTube as well, you know that you need to have 1,000 subscribers and I think 4,000 hours of views for regular videos and then like a couple million or 3 million or something like that for shorts. So I'm not really great with the shorts, but I'm going to keep going with this long form content and I'm hoping that I'll hit that 4,000 hours and those 1,000 subscribers. That would be like a really great deal for me. And I just have to keep up with the videos. So let's see what happens. I'm also committing to a new rule this year. I kind of started to do it at the end of 2025 and it was inspired of all things by my concussion. I realized that, you know, I should be doing the hardest task of my day or my week or whatever at the start of the day when I'm feeling the freshest and when I have like the most bandwidth and the most time. So moving forward, I will be doing that. And also, I'm going to be doing one thing at a time. No more 15 products and ideas at one time, legit start to finish, one product only. And yeah, this is going to be a challenge for me because I'm very used to just kind of going like, "Oh, I'm really bored with this after an hour. Let me go work on something else." But no, we're not going to be doing that this time around. I'm going to be sticking to one product only from start to finish, from idea to complete finished product, and then I will move on to the next thing. And when I started this in December because I had to, I actually saw some really great results from that. Not just in the terms of like my focus and attention, because that's been all over the place the last month, but just from seeing like I'm not breaking up my time between 15 different things. So one thing is getting all of my attention, and it's getting all of my attention, right? It's getting all the best of me in one sitting or in multiple sittings. And it just, the things that I've been working on have are like really beautiful, and I can't wait for you guys to see them, truly. And that's because I sat down and I worked on things one at a time. And I just want to say happy birthday to Tabitha Bear Studios. Today, Tabitha Bear Studios is 10 years old, and I'm sure some of you out there are thinking, "Oh my god, your company's 10 years old and you're not making any good money from it." No, I'm not. I started as a scrappy travel blog when I was like, where was I? I think I was working for Amazon at the time. Yeah, I think I was. And I was just like, I'm going to start a travel blog. And I bought tabithabear.com and I just started blogging really random stuff. It was awful. I had no idea what it was that I was doing, but I just like blogged really random stuff. No pictures, no SEO descriptions, no nothing. And I learned so much from that point in time to now in a variety of career choices, right? Started as a travel blogger, went to travel photographer, then kind of moved on to podcaster. And then I was just like, no, like I'm going to own the fact that I am just a general storyteller with a multimedia studio. So, uh, it took me a long time to get here, and COVID really shot my whole travel everything to pieces. So I did take like a year or two off from doing anything in any serious capacity while I was working at a local photography studio. So I am very happy that this company is 10 years old because I have learned so much and I have gained so much wisdom from what it is that I've just like tried and failed at. But also, I wouldn't have traveled to all the countries that I've traveled to. I wouldn't have the friends that I have right now. I wouldn't have met the people that I have met. I wouldn't be part of the entrepreneur community that I am part of were it not for this sort of weird diversion of things that it was that I was doing, right? And I think it's really important to note that I've evolved and I've done a lot of things to get to this point, for this moment, and for this very business to exist where it is that it is at, is because I started as a scrappy little travel blog. I am so excited for this Chaos to Cash series. You know what's funny is in December I went to a YouTube masterclass just to kind of see how I can learn more about YouTube, right? And um I was told to take a prompt that was given to me in this masterclass and throw it into ChatGPT and just ask basically ChatGPT, like, based on all of the conversations that we have had ever, what do you think it is that I would be good at for YouTube? And it told me turning chaos into workable systems. And first of all, I was not prepared for that because most of the time I just throw my resume in it and have it help me organize my resume, or I have it help me like just organize things in a better order or create tables for me really quickly for Excel and stuff like that. And I guess that makes sense, right? That I take chaos and I have it put it into a workable system for me. It does it quicker than I do it. But it was one of those things where I was like, yes, no, this makes total sense because I've been using a hot mess builds an empire to make sense of YouTube, to make sense of my business, to make sense of creating a successful business an entrepreneurship journey, that to share a sort of chaos to cash system would be really helpful to both myself and keep hitting this would be really helpful to both myself and to you. So that's where chaos to cash came from, was actually this YouTube masterclass that I took, which was really helpful, by the way. And I met some really cool people in there. And it was just really great to see that there's so much room for people to be doing so many really cool things on YouTube that it was a little, I don't want to say overwhelming because that's not the right word, but maybe I don't know, like it was very abundant. Like there's just so much abundance of ideas, right? Like you know how, like, if you've ever gone to like any type of convention that is about your career and you're just like, "Oh my God, like just the wealth of knowledge or the wealth of ideas that sits here, that they're not like mine, right? Like they're completely different from mine." There were so many different ideas in this YouTube masterclass, because it wasn't like YouTube masterclass for business people. It was just a YouTube masterclass in general, and just the amazing things that people think of for their businesses is fantastic. Like there were people who were like helping women travel solo and helping women through menopause, or like helping business owners do this, or helping people knit. It was just like so cool to see what it is that people are going to be doing on YouTube. So I'm really excited for this Chaos to Cash series, because it did get inspired by what it is that I was doing in this YouTube masterclass. So I'm very excited for what it is I'm going to be learning in 2026 on YouTube. I'm very excited for you to be joining me on YouTube. And yeah, I think this Chaos to Cash series is going to be a lot of fun. And here's to making $1,700 this month. So this is the start of a very long January, and that's totally okay. I'm really looking forward to it. I truly am happy to be doing the work. So what I would love to know is, like, if you're going to be joining me, first of all, please like this video, please subscribe. But if you're going to be joining along with the Chaos to Cash journey, I'd love to know, what chaos are you turning into cash this month? Like, let's share what everybody's doing. Drop your YouTube video, whatever it is that you're doing. Like, let me know, and I'd love to see what you're working on. And let's all make some good money. Let's all make some good money out there, right? Okay. So thank you so much for joining this video. It ended a little chaotically, but that's okay. I expect nothing less for myself. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.